Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast, episode 155. We're the Cookie Shuffle guys. I'm Joe,
I'm Dave.
and we're together again for another episode. I gotta flip this upside down. I'm gonna keep looking at it. I'm home again in Buffalo for our cousin's wedding.
Yes, our
Cousin, yes. I was driving down the street the other day on Halloween, and there was a sign, one of those like,
trying to hit some kids.
yeah, there's like, on the highway, there's like those signs that like flash like orange letters at you and shit.
Oh yeah,
And it said, you know who Trevor Wallace is?
Trevor Wallace. That dude.
Yeah. So the sign said, "Trick or treat, buckle your seat." So I read it. I was like, "Trick or treat, buckle your seat, bitch." It's in the car in the driver's seat next to me. She goes, "Why did you sound like Trevor Wallace saying that?" And I go, "Because that's how you read that. When it says trick or treat, buckle your seat, you add bitch at the end. You sound just like him."
Hey, dude, he blew up.
Yeah.
Like he was just like this dude that made these funny videos,
And now he's like a whole ass comedian. Also,
Yeah,
Dave, you're like totally cut off over there.
he's a whole ass comedian.
Yeah.
He's got he's done a multiple podcast, or he has his own podcast.
He does the
He's doing with the
not hard socks. Something about socks.
With another white dude.
Yeah, that other guy that
dark hair.
He makes funny videos. Yeah.
I don't know
what the fuck is it? Because it's like a joke about like cum socks or something like that. I can't remember what he's talking. Either way, he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's right.
And the way he talks, I mean, I'm sure you've all seen his videos.
Yeah.
The way he talks in those videos, are the way like him and his friends talking.
Because like he started out on
Life's a beach and you're here to.
You started off on that? Or that's just another thing you said.
That's another thing you said.
At least I mean, I don't know if he could have started off on that, honestly, but like I know I remember him. The first thing I saw him was "Ain't No Laws When You're Drinking Claws."
Yeah,
that was like
because he was like home from college.
Yeah.
Yes, I do remember that. That might have been one of his first
It
ones.
was just like started
because that was like early pandemic.
Yeah, that was straight up.
Yeah. He's fucking. Let's get him on the podcast.
June of 2019. That when the pandemic started, or 2020.
Pandemic started in March of 2020.
March, yeah. So like June of 2020, he's probably like, homeschool bitches. Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws.
I love that.
So
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you took the plane from Florida. So anything happened?
Honestly, no, well, yeah. So I won't go too into detail just in case somebody from work listens to it. But I saw somebody at work, or somebody that I work with, was on the same flight as me, and that was not the only person that I saw in the airport from Disney. I got in line for security, and somebody that I used to work with and used to be very close with, actually, she was like, "Joseph Sharkey?" And I'm like, first of all, don't call me Joseph. And I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" She was like wearing her like Disney mask. Like, pandemic's over. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But I was like, "What are you doing here?" She goes, "I'm going home for a little vacation." I go, "I'm also going home for a little vacation." And then I like saw on people's stories that a bunch of people that I knew, not a bunch of people, a few people that I knew were also at the airport either around the same time. Yeah, more than I would think at one moment in time early in the morning. But beyond that, the airport was relatively normal. I got breakfast.
Wait, what time was your flight?
6:30 this morning.
So you got there like 4:00.
No, I woke up at 4:00.
Oh.
Because remember how I said I wasn't going to go to sleep?
Yeah,
I fell asleep.
Yeah,
I was at my desk and I was like, I'm fucking freezing because the office is very cold in the new house. And so I put the weighted blanket over me, but it doesn't have the weight in it right now. So it's just like the fleece part. I put it over me and I go, okay, I'll just like sit here. And that way, if I fall asleep, it's not really comfortable and I'll wake up sooner rather than later. Yeah. And so I just, knocked like that and woke up at 4:00 and I was like, fuck, I'm not packed. So luckily it's only a 25-minute drive to the airport from where I am now. And I knew it wasn't going to be busy. So I got to the airport around 5.
I don't know, that Florida, when I was there, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sometimes it's crazy.
Shit.
I was in and out of security 5 minutes. I mean, it was 5 a.m.
I mean, I got there like 4. And
shit.
I mean, that probably would have been, if you get there a little bit later, it's probably like, all right, the whole rush of people who are like worried about, oh, I got to get there first.
Yeah.
It's probably all gone. And
the airport itself did not seem crowded. So it could have just been one of those lucky days.
What I like about the Florida airport is that they have a dog.
Yeah, they did not this morning. At least not in where I was. But yeah, in and out of security really fast. I drove myself there, so I had to pay for parking.
Trash.
It's paid by day, so I'm currently paying for parking. Fucking
This
sucks.
is that day.
Oh, I have no idea.
Probably like $20.
Way too much money, yeah. But I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I got breakfast at the airport. And I wasn't going to, but I was through security so fast, and I was like, well, I deserve breakfast now. So normally I almost always fly Frontier, right?
Yeah.
So I go to the same terminal every single time, the same area every single time. And they always have that place that I told you about
Where you make your own sandwich?
where I made my own sandwich, yeah. And so there was one time I flew Southwest or JetBlue or something, and they took me to a different gates. Today I was gate 102. And so I went to a totally different side of the airport where I had previously gone, where they have another breakfast place, and they have much better breakfast than the other place. So they have like a number 3 meal, which is eggs and potatoes with toast and either sausage or bacon. I got bacon, and then I got an everything bagel as well. And I did not make a sandwich this time. I just ate the bagel and the toast as I was eating the eggs and potatoes and the bacon. Yeah. It was so fucking good. And I got a fruit punch on top of that.
Why you?
Well, they didn't have breakfast drinks.
Why?
I don't know.
That's so dumb of them.
Well, because I don't know. Breakfast is like a thing that they happen to serve, but they are not a breakfast restaurant only. So they don't have breakfast.
But is it that hard to get apple juice or orange
Probably not,
juice?
but I went instead of going with pop, I went with fruit punch,
Yeah.
thinking that's the most juice like of the drinks.
I
It was either that or Mountain Dew. So
yeah, I guess it's a fruit punch. I made a everything bagel sandwich, egg sandwich the other day. With,
Yeah.
Well, I did make two. I made eggs 2 days in a row, and I can't remember if I made the omelet. No, I made the omelet with the everything bagel, I believe, which was three eggs.
Mm.
And then as soon as I tossed it in, I was like, "Oh shit, we've got an onion in the fridge." Sliced the thing off of that. It was already like diced,
yeah,
but like I still did like once I hit the
just
slice,
slice the
then it
dice
diced.
off. Yeah.
so I tossed that in there, and I was like, "Oh shit, we have ham too." So I took a slice of ham out, just ripped it up,
Yeah.
tossed it in there. Saw the hot pepper salad in there. I was like, "Oh,
All
toss
about that in there.
And I don't understand. I can't make
An omelet.
an omelet.
What
So-
is? I'm glad you started saying that. What is an omelet to you? Like, what does it look like? What does it entail?
It's a half moon
Okay.
or somewhat of. It's just gotta have shit in there.
Yeah.
It's gotta have
Otherwise,
something-
it's just a rolled, a
yeah,
folded egg.
it's just scrambled eggs that's not scrambled.
Yeah. So I always pictured, and maybe it's because I had one time. I cannot remember, but I had an I always pictured an omelet as like a egg burrito. It's like rolled
Yeah, I've seen
with
them like
everything
that.
inside. Yeah, so they must come like that some places, but recently I've been ordering omelets from wherever the fuck, and I keep getting the half moon omelet, and I go, this isn't an omelet to me. This is just a folded egg. This is
No,
like
I
is like a quesadilla.
I think the majority is
Folded
half moon,
half moon.
but
I
yeah,
don't know. Something about a rolled omelet just is more enticing.
I mean, what do you?
I don't. No, I'm not. What? Hold the egg?
I don't know. I mean,
No,
you
I-
hold the burrito.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but burritos aren't slimy.
Yeah, that's true. The egg straight up in the oil
Yeah.
and butter.
Butter,
whatever you
yeah.
use. Speaking of burritos, I went to Tyler's house on Halloween,
Yeah.
dressed as a knockoff Michael Myers.
I saw that. Yeah. Not quite the right mask, but
Shout out Your Room. It's from Your Room.
that mask.
Yeah.
What mask is it?
It's just the white Jacoby. What? No. What's that?
That dance team?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's the Jacoby.
It might be.
I think it's the Jacoby.
I don't know. I didn't know I had that mask.
But yeah, like it had you had one cut in half already for like.
Oh, I
what
must have
is-
bought two when I did Phantom of the
And
Opera.
then the other
yeah.
one that I had a line on it. already.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I bought it for that. I erased the line.
Good.
It looked like pencil, and I was like,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
yeah.
erase it.
I'm not using it anytime soon.
And I also found my wolf mask down there. Didn't know that was down there.
In my room?
Because mom was like, "Oh, you should get your Wolfpack." I go, "That thing's thrown out." And then I was like, "Hey," and his face is so deformed,
Yeah.
I can't
bet.
even get it. But either way, so I was at Tyler's house, and Katie had texted him, "Hey, do you guys want anything? I'm gonna get Moe's. Do you guys want anything?" I was like, "Fuck you, I haven't eaten." So I came home and then got my shit, helped Ben out, and then went right to Tyler's.
Mhm.
So
Were you just like handing out candy, or what were you doing?
yeah, so as soon as I got there, I like changed, put my jumpsuit, my overalls on, and then just sat down in his driveway, and he had the bucket of candy. I didn't want to give any candy to kids. Just like he literally went inside. He was like, "Dave, man down the fort or whatever." I was like, "You're leaving me alone with the candy." I literally was sitting there, and I saw some people walking, and I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." And then I realized it wasn't them, and I heard him come out. I was like, "Hurry the fuck up, come on!"
What are you afraid of?
I just didn't want them to. I didn't want any kids to come over here. Um, so yeah, he was handing out candy, and then like one point I was standing on his porch. This one girl like was walking on the sidewalk, and then she noticed me. She was like, I'm not walking any further." And she was making sure she stayed on the further side of her friend. The one time he's got these motion sensor lights in the back. So like he was like, "Yo, Dave, quickly get back to the back of the house." So he's like at his front porch, and I ran to the back. And as soon as I got back out there, the light turned on, and I was just standing in the light as still as I could
Yeah.
be. And I think it wasn't more the kids that were like, the kids were kind of just like, oh, but like more of the older kind of like people who are scared of Michael Myers. Actually, they were like, "Okay, why'd you have to point that out to me, little child?" So I was pretty much just doing that, or then I was kind of just sitting there drinking. The one time if he sent you the video of me just standing behind like a tree,
No, you didn't.
his neighbors, he was like, "Oh yeah, my brother or whatever would do that," but he would just like walk the streets or just like stand up under the light post and just like do nothing. So I walked over there and was just standing in like corn stalks,
Yeah.
something like that somebody like for the decorations of the street. And I just had my head poking through just staring at people. The one girl who got scared of me first was coming back and like ran past me, and then just like, I think she was playing it a little bit. But so Katie wanted Moe's.
Right. Moral of the story.
Katie wanted Moe's, and I was like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah." So she orders it, and I just get a regular burrito, adobo chicken. I think that's what it's called. They're spicy kind of chicken.
I haven't had Moe's in forever, so I don't know.
And the dude delivers it. Tyler comes back, brings the food into Katie. He brings back out mine and his. And this thing is literally like this big.
Like
Yeah,
thick or short? Oh,
the thickness was the same. It was this short.
yeah.
And I go, "What is this? This is a joke, right?" She got me like half a burrito because it's not even an option. I go, "I think it is. I think you can get a half a burrito.
I
It's
don't
like
think you can.
a 6-inch burrito
No.
compared to like an 8-inch."
You can get like a kid burrito.
That she had to have gotten a kid burrito because this thing.
I don't know. Sometimes
dude,
the way
was
the way
size
they
of my phone.
the way
No,
they fold
they
their
were big. I know.
Was it thick though?
It was. Dude, I've had bigger.
No.
I've had bigger in my mouth. Okay. Just cut this part
Yeah.
out the burrito.
Uh-huh.
And I was so just. I mean, it was delicious. Don't get me wrong, or Katie, and I don't know whose fault it was.
Yeah.
But either Katie clicked the wrong thing and she got me a kid,
Or Moe's fucked up.
or Moe's grabbed the wrong tortilla shell.
Yeah.
Because this thing was.
Is there a difference between right, I go to Moe's, I get the Joey Bag of Donuts, which is one of their burritos.
Yeah.
There are a few other random names up there.
Yeah.
Is there any
Tyler
difference
gets the
between them?
earmuffs.
Yeah, is there any difference?
It's the burrito. And like Joey Bag of Donuts is just a burrito.
Right, but like the Homewrecker is also a burrito.
Oh, raw.
So
Yeah, I don't think there's any difference.
so why the fuck?
I don't know, because I think when I went on there before,
Because the price is the same too, I think.
I believe I've went on there before, and I have. Where's my app? I've ordered, or I've seen Homewrecker, and then I've also seen like burrito, and I'm like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I don't.
I think
I
I'm just
don't
gonna start
know.
getting the bowl.
I get bowls from Chipotle, but I get burritos from Moe's.
Of course, it's gonna be
Because if there's no difference in price, then I don't get the why they have more than just burrito on their menu. The only reason I order the Joey bag of donuts is because it's a Joey bag of donuts. Yeah.
But yeah, that was my Halloween.
Yeah. We walked the dogs. Dogs are ketchup and mustard. Don't know if you saw. Yeah. But and we were peanut butter and jelly. We walked the dogs around our old neighborhood because they do like a whole bunch for Halloween. They have like a decorating contest people vote on. One of the houses turned their garage into like a haunted house, kind of like the Gerards used to do. And they were giving out Jello shots and making drinks for people. This one guy was like making White Russians with Oreos on top and gummy worms.
Yeah, they get into it.
Yeah, it's incredible. Dog treats at certain places. It was awesome. So I went out that day and bought $41 worth of candy from Walmart. And I was like, okay, this will be enough candy to fill a bowl. I put it out because we weren't going to be there. So we told the roommate, hey, put the candy out when the sun goes down, because it was like way too hot to put the candy out too. We had mostly chocolate, so it was too hot to put the candy out when we had left at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So we were like, hey, put the candy out around like 7:30. We get back probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock. Candy is spilled all over the bushes and the sidewalk, and there's like 5 pieces left in the bowl. And so my friend texted us and he goes, hey, I think a raccoon got into the candy because it's all over the place. And I go, there's not a fucking raccoon that got into the candy. It's stupid. I get back and I have to take a look at it. And the way where it's spilled, it looks like somebody came up, grabbed the bowl and dumped like into a bag. And what fell on the ground is what didn't make it into the bag. And they just like tossed the bowl back and left. So that's what I'm convinced happened, because like there's not that many kids in our neighborhood that there only should have been. By the time when I picked up all the candy that was on the ground, there was only like maybe 30 pieces of candy left.
Yeah, raccoon isn't doing that shit.
No.
Dude, well, like I've seen the amount of like the day after Halloween, everyone's posting their Halloween videos.
Yeah. People
and people are coming up, and there was one where I saw it was like the kid comes up, he reads a sign, take 2 pieces of candy, Happy Halloween. And he reads it out loud, takes the bowl, dumps it in his bag, and
flips
then
off
just
the
flips
camera.
off the camera. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
I wish so. Like I was watching that video and I was like, somebody was like, I love to show this every single year. And I was hoping that there was going to be like a bad karma thing that happened to him right after. He just gets away with it.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
There was I did see one with bad karma. This dude, it's like it's just like a 2-step up to the porch thing.
Yeah.
And he dumps the fucking thing into his bag, and he rolls his ankle when he just stands there. He's like, or not stands there. He's laying there. There was another one where the kid comes up and picks up the bowl of candy and then starts to dump it, but then notices the camera, puts it back down, and then just like runs away as the car in the background starts like pulls forward, but then backs up. So the video said it was like, oh, parents are in the car.
Oh.
Like, I'm like, what kind of...
I just like, because like now, right, going forward for next Halloween, you can guarantee that my house not going to have candy for these fucking kids.
Dude, I don't like
they ruin it for everybody else. And like, I know I sound like a fucking old person when I say that shit.
Do what?
But like, fuck, like when we would trick or treat, and I saw a sign that said take 1 or take 2, might I help myself to an extra one? Sure. But I'm not taking the whole thing because I'm not a fucking little rat.
I have never taken the whole thing. I have 100% what I like is that we would hit the side street right here.
Yeah.
Occasionally because and we would do that after grandma's neighborhood. And since we got there late, people would just say, take a handful or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, 6, so I'd take a handful. I would never once did I take the whole thing unless it was just like, unless it was special, because I'm pretty sure mom was like, take as much as you want. Because it was like 9:30 or
Yeah,
like 9
it's
o'clock.
the end of the night. They don't want the candy.
Right. They were just like, whatever. And I see these kids and like, it's like, what? I really wish I would just like when I get my house, if I ever have like a spot where it's trick or treating, which I hope I never do.
Yeah.
But I hope that I'm just gonna put candy out and I'm gonna do the sign, but I'm gonna dress up as just like Michael Myers and just sit in the corner and just think it's a decoration.
Yeah.
And I hope
You
some
hope some kid.
some kid just comes to take the whole thing and I'm just gonna chase after him. I hope he drops his whole bag of candy.
Yeah. Put it in the bowl.
Yep. And I hope it's like 2 times, 3 times the amount that I had.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna start handing out candy. Like, hey, some kid, any kid that comes up, some kid tried to steal my bowl of candy, dumped it in his whole bag. So now you get more pieces. Make sure you don't steal it. I'm just be like, yo,
Teach a lesson.
like, yo, you do the right thing, you get more candy somehow.
Yeah.
Or you just, you get the same amount of candy.
Yeah. Because you can get a lot of candy if you just follow fucking rules, right?
Yeah, I mean, how like that's the freaking bitch.
I did see a good video the day after Halloween. Some kid it was like a group of kids.
Probably saw someone.
Yeah. And he walked up and he read the sign out loud and said, take one piece, happy Halloween. And so what I assume sister comes up, grabs a piece of candy, puts it in her bag. 2 other kids come up and one kid goes to grab a piece of candy and I think it was the last one. The other kid just like grabs the bowl and is like, it's empty. And so the 3 of them walk away. The 3 kids that walked up after the one that read the sign, they walk away and you hear the girl yell, "Oh, here, you can have my piece of candy." I go, "Oh, that's so sweet." And then the first kid who walked up and read the sign takes candy out of his bag, just a few pieces, and puts it into the bowl.
Yeah.
This kid, his own candy, his own hard-earned candy, takes a couple, and it was only like 5 pieces max. But like it must be the end of the night. Puts a few in, so in case any kids behind him come up for some candy, there you go. He did the exact opposite of what most of these fucking little rat kids do. And like people are like, can we like? I saw it on Facebook or Twitter, and they were like, "Can we find his parents, please? Like, we want to do something nice for them or for him." You're gonna see that kid on Ellen. Wait, Ellen doesn't do shows anymore. You're gonna see that kid on
Jimmy Fallon.
Maybe the Today Show is probably what you're gonna see him
Yeah,
on. Today Show. In like a couple weeks, they'll find him.
Yeah, dude, these
They'll
kids
get him
are
on.
rats.
Yeah, they suck, and it's always the same type of kid too.
Yeah,
Right? Like they just look like a fucking little menace,
Yeah,
and I fucking hate them.
it's for every 9 or for every 10 raggly fucking rat bastard kids. There's only one good guy.
Yeah, there's one person willing to put their candy back in the bowl.
Because out of all the videos I saw of somebody taking the whole bowl of candy, which is probably like 15.
Oh yeah, easily.
I think I saw like 2 or 3. So in that math, it's for every 5 there's
Yeah.
one. But it's always so little.
It's ridiculous.
These parents. I want to see the parents. That's what I want to see.
Oh yeah. And now in my defense, or I shouldn't say in my defense, in this situation's defense, my situation, I did not put a sign that said take one, but it should be self-explanatory. You know how Halloween works.
Not even like, I mean, first of all, Tyler was only given out 1 piece of candy.
It's ridiculous, honestly.
And so like
now I'm greedy, right? Like if it was me, I would have been giving out like 2, but like I buy the candy because I want the leftovers.
Yeah, but like I'm giving at least 2. He's
at the very least.
Now he did tell me that last year he had to go to Rite Aid like 3 times because
he's not buying enough candy the first time.
But 3 times to go, he was like, but this time it was like nothing. I mean, he didn't even finish his bowl of candy. I'm like, well, you're sitting out here fucking giving all 1 piece of candy, bro.
Yeah.
But if I see a sign when I says take 1 piece of candy, I'll take 1 piece of candy. But I'm gonna be like, really?
Yeah.
Couldn't do 2.
It should always be 2.
It's 2.
2 pieces is good because you got 2 hands.
Yeah. And in a bucket of Halloween goodies, can you ever just choose one?
No.
You pick one, then you see,
you're like, fuck, I uncovered a Reese's or I uncovered Sweet Tarts.
Yeah, dude. It's like, I'm going to take the Reese's. But there's Sweet Tarts right there. But there's a Kit Kat.
The goal is, right, the goal for me personally, trick-or-treating, is chocolate and a sweet candy. Something sugary. So like Reese's, Sweet Tarts, Smarties, Kit Kat. something like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not grabbing 2 Reese's. I might grab 2 Reese's because I love them, but like
Yeah,
that's the thing is like
superior.
that way I'm walking away with an even amount of chocolate and really good candy. So
At the end of the night, when I dump my bag out
Yeah.
and start my trading,
I want to see halvesies.
I want a good half
Yeah.
of or I want a good separation of that, and then have like a 40-40, and then you got like your 10% of your mom,
Yeah.
your dad.
Yeah. Also, if you're giving out fucking
Whoppers,
Whoppers
dude.
or fucking Maltesers,
Or fucking dude, I hated when I got what did I there was oh no. I mean I did hate when I got Whoppers. Because I was watching the Basement Yard.
Yeah.
And they were talking about candy they don't like getting, which they complained about getting change and pretzels.
love pretzels.
I mean, I'll take a bag of pretzels.
Yeah.
Like I did often, it was always the like spider web, orange and black
Yeah.
pretzels. I'm happy to get that. I never got money unless it was from my grandma because she made the goodie bags.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Apple, some candy.
I'll take an
$1 bill.
apple. Yeah. Can
But-
pop.
Yeah, yeah. Her goodie bags were the best.
Yeah.
But if I'm getting pretzels from somebody, I'm fine with that. But after they said that, I thought of something. I was like, oh no, I don't like getting that. But I know like I've gotten like Frankie said, he's like, I've gotten like big chocolate bars before, and I'm like very very like out of the
I found out somebody that one of my friends at work, she bought full-size candy bars for Halloween. I'm like, bitch, we work at Disney. We can't afford full-size candy bars for Halloween. But she did. She was the house.
was it like Hershey's, Nestle, or
I
it's the
imagine.
same thing,
Yeah.
no?
Nestle and Hershey's are
Yeah,
different,
yeah.
but yeah.
Not like Nestle Crunch Hershey bar, like big
I
Snickers.
I
and stuff like
imagine,
that.
yeah. I didn't ask specifics, but she said she bought full-size candy bars, and I was like, fuck, I wish I was trick-or-treating.
I would do Niagara chocolates if I did that. Because I think that's the big candy that I got the one time. So
Really?
it was just like a fucking big bar of
Yeah.
peanut butter. Oh man.
So good.
There's a Niagara chocolate store on actually might be one in Southgate, but if that's wrong, there's one over on Genesee
Oh.
across from where I got my tattoo.
Mm.
I want to raid that place. I want to steal their candy.
I was listening to the radio either the day after Halloween or probably on Halloween. I was listening to the radio, and the guy was like, he goes, call in and like tell us what your least favorite Halloween candy is, or blah blah blah, whatever. And so somebody calls in, and she goes, my least favorite Halloween candy to get is candy corn. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you ancient bitch, nobody hands out candy corn anymore
Yeah,
on
what the
Halloween.
fuck?
I don't know if anybody has ever handed out candy
I've
corn unless it's
never
in
gotten
a
candy corn.
prepackaged bag. Yeah, like because candy corn doesn't come
No, it's a
separately
tub.
packaged. Yeah, you get a tub of it and then you throw the tub out 5 years later.
Yeah.
So I go, nobody hands out candy corn. And of course, the fucking radio host response, he goes, oh, I don't know, I kind of like candy corn. I'm like, no, you don't,
you
dude.
don't,
It's
dude.
trash candy.
It's straight up like I can't even remember. No, I definitely know. When it comes to me and not liking things, half the time I know I don't try things.
Yeah.
But I know as a fact
We have
when
had
I was,
candy corn.
when I was a kid at grandma's, because she's the only one who had them.
Yeah.
I tried a piece of candy corn and it was straight up dog shit.
Yeah. Now I used to like candy corn when I was younger. I would chow down on some candy corn, but it's not good. And if it's like if anything else was there, I'm taking anything
Yeah.
else. How do you
Uh,
eat candy corn though?
Well, I don't, but
no.
I would pop it in my mouth.
You just pop the whole thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't see any. I've heard people like,
I bite the layers.
yeah, I've heard people taking the layers off, and I'm just like, it's fucking Skittle. Just toss it in your mouth.
No.
You know.
I don't know,
It's
something
like- it's
about
an M&M.
layers.
You just toss it in your mouth.
But somebody else called in and I was waiting. It sounded like another old guy. I was waiting for him to say like fucking some old shit. I can't.
Good and plenty.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Awful. But he ended up saying something. Oh my god, he said something that it was a candy that like I hadn't heard of in years. I'm pretty sure they don't even make it anymore.
That's
No. It was like I think it was some sort of chocolate or like one of what like Charleston chews are.
yeah.
It might have been that he said, but like I think they still make those. But it was something similar to that. It's like that fucking just thick bar of caramel wrapped in plastic or wax paper that it's wrapped in. And he goes, "That's the worst." And I go, "Dude, no, like, when's the last time you went out trick or
Do
treating?"
you know what 20
Because
21st century candy
I'm like,
is?
nobody hands out that candy anymore because we have grown up hating that candy. Nobody gives out fucking Good and Plenty's, caramel Charleston shoes, fucking cowtails, all this bullshit.
Boston baked beans or Boston.
That's right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Who?
I don't even know what those are.
Neither do I.
What are those, like
They
cinnamon
just-
jelly
they
beans?
just sound gross.
I don't know.
If they're cinnamon, maybe I actually would like them.
I have no
I
idea.
just see how could you try and make a candy that says Boston baked beans on it?
Yeah,
Expect
you
people
can't
to-
be calling candy that.
like that's such bad marketing if you're trying. I mean, maybe you're not trying for kids, but like
Maybe.
I don't know. I wouldn't. Anytime I see that, I'm like, no, there's no way I would even waste my money.
Yeah, it's awful.
That's why I don't try anything either.
That's like I go out. You remember I was talking to Shannon about this the other day, and she didn't remember, and it pissed me off. Excuse me. Do you remember the sweet tarts that would come in like a Smarties style package? Yeah. That's good Halloween candy right there. Because that's not something you find any time of the year. That's something you find in a package on Halloween. Is the little plastic twisted sweet tarts, not
Yeah,
Smarties.
yeah.
Yeah, because there's like sweet tarts, the package of 3, which are like full size sweet tarts, but there's only 3 in a little. And then there's the mini sweet tarts that come in a pack that big, and they're twisted like Smarties at the ends.
I also fucking loved Runts.
Oh, Runts aren't a
Ruffles.
thing anymore either.
Yeah,
I think they
it's
still
nice.
make them, but nobody hands them out on Halloween anymore.
I also did enjoy the big pack of Smart, like just the jumbo Smart.
Jumbo Smarties, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good.
I like those sweet tarts. I'm not a big Necco wafer guy.
No, that's another thing that's not handed out anymore.
Yeah. It's just
Necco
looks like they give
wafers-
you a roll of quarters.
Yeah, Necco wafers was definitely like grandma's neighborhood exclusive because it's all old people.
Yeah. Not a fan
I
of
would
it.
shout out some Necco wafers though. Some good, like there was, if you get like if you got a brown one, just kill yourself.
What are they?
What is a Necco
Like-
wafer?
Well, I know it's a wafer.
It's just like
It's
chalk.
like a body of Christ.
Holy shit.
Necco wafers. Necco wafers are the body
Body of Christ for
of-
children.
of different religions.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god, that's hilarious.
So you had different flavors, obviously.
Yeah, different flavors. So there was chocolate, which was brown, and they're all like dusted, right? Like
So they had like a weird. I'm still laughing at that shit.
oh my
Okay.
god.
Ooh, yeah, I know they had like a weird. So this is what fucking happens every time.
They had a weird what?
Yeah, they had. They had fucking fucking ashes on.
Yeah. So like it's a pack, for those of you who don't know what Necco wafers are, they're like this tall, pack of them. And they're thin. I mean, like they've said, the body of Christ, right?
Yeah.
They're tiny little wafers like you get in
Right.
church. And like a little bit thicker than that. Oh god, you really can't see that. Okay. It's like 4 of these put
I mean,
together,
you can
right?
take the thicker one, the pink one, or the black one.
I'll take the black one. That one's really thick. It's still the same thing.
No, it's not this. But yeah, it was some. Put 2 of them together.
Put 3 of them together.
I thought they were pretty thin though.
Yeah, but they're not. There we go. That's like a Necco wafer right there. That's the thickness of a Necco wafer. It's 3
Good job, Vic.
picks put together. And there's
If you didn't know.
yeah, and they come in a pack of different colors. There's white, purple, brown, black, green, and red. I think are the 6. There might be orange as well in there. The fuck is that?
I don't know, sanding someone.
So the black ones, as I'm sure you can guess, licorice, dog shit. Brown ones, chocolate, but not like a good chocolate, right? White was just like it was
It
like
had to be vanilla, right?
I think it was like a mint almost.
Hmm.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't the best. But then you had purple, which was like okay sometimes. And then red and orange were and green were phenomenal. Because that's like your cherry, your lime or apple, and then your orange. But they're that tiny, and they're just coated with like a layer of dust. It must be Necco wafer dust, because like they're making them in a factory. They're probably just sitting there, just at the end of a piece of chalk, slicing it off.
Right, yeah, that's what it is, fucking chalk.
And it's just the dust created coats all these things, so you never really know the colors apart because they're also like they're like pastel colored. You're gonna look them up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Why don't you
kinda
just look them up on here?
Because I didn't feel like reaching over.
I'll reach over.
I mean, yeah.
Necco wafers. Share screen.
I mean, you don't gotta share it. Those are
They-
pretty thick.
Oh shit! Yeah, they are thick.
That's like a
So right, this was the big pack, right? But on Halloween, you'd get these little guys right
you
here.
get the little ones.
You get these. Those are thick. Holy shit! And so that was right there. The black one, that's licorice.
like a
Orange is
spree.
orange. Yellow. The lemon was fire. Sprees. That's another good candy.
Yeah.
White was, again, don't remember the fucking flavor, but see, they got that dust. So like sometimes you couldn't tell if this was black or if it was purple, which here you can clearly tell, but you couldn't always.
Look at that bottom, like top right one right there.
This one.
That one's very vibrant in colors.
Yeah, that is an inaccurate description of what they look like. Somebody has cleaned these to the point of not knowing what they are, or knowing too well what they are. So there was
Yeah, Necco means Jesus in some other
some other language. The original candy wafer since 1847, and then you could buy just the chocolate ones. Fuck that.
so fat.
They don't even taste like chocolate.
Oh, here we go.
Here are the foot.
Yeah.
Look it again. Oh, see, that's what the pink was so good. Because do you remember those pink mints that Grandma used to have in her house? They're like the really thick
Oh yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Don't know what the fuck. I think they're made by Necco, but they would be that wintergreen. So that was mint. White was cinnamon, which was a weird one.
So this is black. Yeah, cinnamon. I would have liked.
Yeah,
I don't
lemon
know
was
why I
really
never
good.
tasted or had them.
Orange was good. Chocolate was dog shit. Yeah, chocolate or brown and orange were difficult to tell apart sometimes. Clove, don't know what that is.
This looks like a blue,
Yeah,
but it's obviously got to be black because licorice is black.
but yeah,
No,
God,
You know what I hate?
you don't like circus peanuts,
Fucking hate.
dude.
These
Circus
things-
peanuts slap.
Dude, this is just like a bouncy ball. It's
Apparently,
like
they're banana flavored.
it's like a.
I
It's,
wouldn't consider that banana flavor.
it's like a. Looks like a stress ball. That's what
Yeah.
it felt like.
It tastes way better.
I
It's
just
so
didn't-
good.
I didn't even want to. No, I never tried it. That's the thing. I never tried. It
Yeah.
just looked like garbage.
Oh, they're so
I
good. They
might
had
have tried it, but I
them
don't
at
remember.
Walmart. I almost bought them.
They
I wasn't
should
gonna
make
hand them out. I was just gonna eat them. Yeah, they still make them. There's a drink at Universal that has a circus peanut in it.
There's got to be like. I mean, discontinue some of this shit.
Yeah,
I mean, how is somebody still making them?
somebody's still buying them.
gotta be somebody
When I
who's
was
fucking-
buying the candy, I was like, there was a bunch of couples my age because we're all buying candy last minute, and there was somebody who said she goes, oh, I can't think of a guy's name. Oh, you have to get this, and he goes, nobody eats that, and she goes, you have to recognize the old soul children like myself, and I go fuck you, bitch, get out. Get out of the store. No,
Old soul children.
Yeah, don't make him buy the fucking peppermint patties, please.
Those are I like Thin Mints.
Yeah,
But
those are not Thin Mints.
Your peppermint patties taste like trash.
Yeah, they're awful.
Um,
You know what they should discontinue? Three Musketeers.
yeah, I'm not,
Just get them out of here. It's
not-
just chocolate around a nougat.
not a fan of that. I'm
Just
not,
get it out.
I mean, I don't like when it comes to like chocolate candy. I'm just like Reese's Kit Kat. That's about it.
Yeah, you can give me a
Snickers,
Twix.
I'll eat a Twix if it's a small one. Tyler had me try Milky Way.
Milky Ways are just like Three Musketeers, but they have
I
a
feel
little
like
bit of
they- I
extra.
feel like they all taste the same.
Milky Way is Snickers without the peanut. Yeah, you add a peanut to a Milky Way, it's a Snickers.
I'm just not a
Um,
big caramel guy.
I'm a big
Caramel.
caramel guy, but Snickers I like, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to eat them. When I was younger, it was the candy I gave away. Three Musketeers, Milky Way, and Snickers were immediately gone. Get them out of here. Now, if they're there, I'll eat them. I'm not going to enjoy them, but I'll eat them because I need something.
I'll eat a peanut butter Snickers.
Peanut butter Snickers. I don't think they make those anymore.
No way.
I don't see them anywhere.
Maybe they're just like a seasonal.
Maybe we used to sell bags of them at Walgreens. They don't even have them at Walgreens anymore. Unless you buy the mixed bag, which is regular peanut butter and like some other weird beige flavor. It's like the only thing I can think of is coffee, but it's not coffee.
Hazelnut.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, hazelnut. Yeah.
But anyways, off of Halloween really quick.
Yeah.
My roommate put up a Christmas tree.
Fuck. Fuck her.
She put it up in the loft, so I don't have to see it, which is good.
Okay.
But everybody at work was already talking about Christmas. Disney has already put up all their most of their Christmas decorations.
All right. So I mean, obviously, I know you're gonna agree with me, but like November 1st, after Thanksgiving, or December.
Right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect time.
Now I'm a reasonable human being, right? I can
The week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I'm asking for at the very, very, very least a 1 week buffer.
Just
if you are that obsessed with, and I get it, I love Christmas, but if you are that obsessed with Christmas that you need to decorate right after Halloween, all I ask is a week from November 1st through the 7th, 1 week buffer, and then on the 8th, put up everything you want, and I'll be a little bit happier.
Or don't like bombard me with it. If you're gonna do it, just don't
throw it in my face.
Don't like come sing Christmas carols in my face right away.
Because again, like I said, I love Christmas. I'm not bashing Christmas. Halloween is not my favorite holiday by far. But let's not forget about Thanksgiving. And somebody at work the other day, they were like, they go, "Oh, well, Thanksgiving celebrating us coming to America, kill a bunch of Native Americans." And like, no, it's celebrating the fact that I fucking love turkey.
Yeah, bro.
Go fuck yourself.
It just brings family together or apart.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, I just need at least
you cannot skip over my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
And not because of its meaning, just because the
food.
Bomb ass
There
food.
is no other holiday that has such good food like Thanksgiving does. Thanksgiving is a food holiday. You've got Easter, where you got Christmas, where you eat a lot of good food, but Thanksgiving is about the food.
And it's just like a.
And sure, give thanks, but like it's about the food. I'm thankful for this fucking food in front of me.
I think like when it comes to holidays, Thanksgiving for food, Thanksgiving's number one for food for me.
Oh, absolutely.
But then I honestly like. So like, what do we usually have? Like I know a lot of people actually do have turkey on Christmas too.
Yeah,
turkey's
like, ham's a Christmas thing for me.
We have ham Thanksgiving too, don't we? We have ham, turkey.
There's usually like a little bit of ham,
but we have city chicken and like roast beef.
Yeah,
we have that. Like
we have a variety of meats.
We have like pretty much it's always like roast beef and city chicken, and that's the same for like Easter, I think too. Yeah. Don't we have city chicken again?
Easter, yeah, city chicken is definitely an Easter thing. But there's also the occasional ham on Easter.
Yeah,
ham's a good covers the holidays.
But
like, now you know where you don't eat. New Year's. Nobody makes a dinner for New Year's.
You're depending on what you do, you could easily, if you're just chilling with some friends, you could just, I mean, you order a pizza.
Sure.
You just do something simple.
A lot of drinking.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of drinking.
When it comes to party holidays, New Year's Eve probably takes the cake.
Oh, New Year's Eve.
It's either New Year's Eve or the 4th of July are the most.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
New Year's Eve is gonna be the most globally celebrated.
I have to say, even though, like, you probably would have considered 4th of July being like a food holiday, but like
you can have some good food.
But like when it comes to 4th of July, if you ask me like to make a plate, and I could like pick anything, I'd be like, I'm taking one burger, one hot dog, I'm taking
corn,
a whole thing of watermelon. I'd take corn on the cob maybe.
Yeah.
Just because I don't like eating it. Just bugs my teeth, but like it is good. Like
yeah,
I've come to enjoy it. I used to never eat it when I was a kid, but I like it.
Love it.
So yeah, corn on the cob. Give me some. What else? I mean, just some chips, any type of chip.
Oh, yeah.
Just to go with that, it's just That's like second. For me,
Yeah,
I feel like.
a nice
Because it's so like it's just
like
the
like a cookout,
atmosphere.
like a potluck cookout where everybody brings a dish and you're grilling. That's a good food holiday, 4th
Yeah.
of July. It's not better than Thanksgiving, but it's definitely good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, love Christmas.
Yeah,
Big
party-
fan of
party-
Christmas. Love Jesus.
Jesus.
Love presents, but don't skip over Thanksgiving. And everybody's like, well, we're not skipping Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving gets 2 days right in between Christmas and Christmas. I'm like, no. If you're gonna give Halloween 2 months and you're gonna give Christmas 2 months,
2 months.
yeah, but when people start celebrating, people will start celebrating Halloween in fucking August.
Okay, but they're not celebrating.
I consider celebrating, decorating, and doing spooky shit.
First of all, I've never seen people do it in August. If they are, that's crazy.
Well, in Florida, you do because that's when the parks start their parties.
well, I would say I see most people put it up mid-September.
Well, even still, right? Let's say month and a half. Then, based on your schedule, month and a half, and then you want to give Christmas 2 months. You start at November 1st all the way through the end of December, and then you also give Christmas at least the first 2 weeks of January. Some people are keeping their shit up until February. So you're asking for 3 months of Christmas and then giving me 2 days of Thanksgiving? I want 2 weeks of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, bro.
Come out with some Thanksgiving decorations.
Yeah. Give me blow up turkey.
Yeah, I think they have that.
You probably do.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just think it's stupid that people are like, even before, and again, this is more like a down in Florida, down in Orlando thing, because people are celebrating Halloween starting in August. By the time we get to Halloween, people are so Halloweened out that they're already celebrating Christmas before October's over. So it's like October 29th, people are like, it's Christmas time. I go, fuck you. No, it's fucking not. And then November 1st comes and now I have to concede to them and I don't want to.
I mean, I walked into Home Depot this last week, and they literally had their Christmas stuff out.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was like,
yeah.
What?
The second they start running out of shelf space, second they start running out of merchandise for shelf space in these department stores for Halloween decorations, they start filling it in with Christmas, and they just condense all of the Halloween over to the side.
I went to Target on Saturday.
Yeah.
Maybe Sunday. No, couldn't have been Sunday. I went over there at some point, and I went to Target because I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get Michael Myers mask," and I went I went in there, and it is completely like it's just kids' Halloween costumes now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's there's masks here and there, but it's just nothing on these shelves. Nothing. And I just see this girl looking at a sheet with a cart full of Christmas stuff.
Yep.
And I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, it's insane.
She's got her invoice of
here's how it's gonna go. The blueprints.
This, and then all this on the bottom, and you have this stuff in the shelf. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, like when that happens, right? When you put the Christmas decorations out super fucking early, I would not mind if they were discounted. You should discount things at the beginning of the season, not at the end of the season. Get people to buy it early, so you get a lot of money in the door right away. You can buy more and then jack the prices up as you get closer to the holiday, and then right after the holiday, drop them.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be done. It should be. I'm not saying like 50% off, right? Like, give me a small discount,
Like 10%.
Yeah, I'll even take 20.
Oh yeah.
But give me a small 20% discount on the Christmas decorations. If they're up before Halloween, I want a discount. And then going into November, the second week of November, bring them back up to full price. As we get in December, raise the prices a little bit, make people pay more because they're waiting, like a bunch of bitches. And then,
well, I'm thinking like, so you're saying you should raise it as you get to,
yeah,
like December 1st comes.
So like, right. So come Black Friday, you've got discounts, and that sometimes those discounts do include Christmas decorations, which is good. After Black Friday, raise the prices higher than normal, just like a dollar, um, higher than normal because you now are like, we're not going to be resupplying anything, right? Like in the month of December, they're not resupplying their stock. They're trying to sell everything over the next 25 days. And then after the 25th day, after Christmas is over, they discount everything to really get all their merchandise out. They want to sell everything that they have. So come December 1st, they're not really restocking a whole bunch. Whatever they've got in the back is what they've got in the store. They're going to slowly bring it out as people buy it. So you raise the price a little bit, keep it in the stores a little bit longer, and then you can give a good discount after Christmas is over.
Right. Because you've made good money.
Yeah.
On
So I want discount, regular price, discount, regular price, discount for Black Friday, a little bit higher than normal price, and huge discount at the end. Now that might be a lot to fathom for some companies, but it's fairly self-explanatory. I'll give you a write out. I'll be your financial advisor.
Yeah, and we get 5% of the
All sales.
all sales.
Yeah. Even on non-Christmas decorations.
Right.
Yeah. And that applies for Halloween too. If you're putting your Halloween decorations out before September, discount, regular price, full price in October, and then discount after October.
Yeah. Like that.
Like I should still be able to go to the store right now and buy Halloween decorations for 50% off. 75% now, because now we're 3 days into, what day is it? The third?
No, they ain't cutting 75% off.
Huh?
They ain't cutting 75% off.
They might.
I think the most they would go is 50.
Yeah, it's
That's
usually
pushing
50.
it.
Yeah. Because they still gotta make some profit.
Yeah.
But just saying.
Trying to think if I did anything. So I've been at training. I'll quickly tell this story. I've been
For the
at
new
training
job, yeah.
for this new job, and I'm straight up just
Not having a
falling
good time?
asleep. Like because I'm for the past 2.5 years, or for the past 4 years, I have never gotten up at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
to get ready for my job. But for the past year, 2.5 years, I've been on nights, and I did and legitimately a 180.
Yeah.
By give or take half an hour. Because I would go in at 8:30 p.m., get out at 5. Now I'm going 8:30 or 8 a.m. to 5.
Jesus.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm like good for the first 45 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm just like my eyes are just. Then I start shaking my legs,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. I'm looking
Is this like all on the computer or what is it?
all Zoom.
Oh,
There's like
my God.
18. There's 2 instructors and then like
Do you have to have
16.
your camera on?
No.
Good.
It's like 2 instructors and 2 instructors and 14 or 16 employees.
Yeah.
And it's just we can see the instructors when because they kind of go on like it's like they do like someone does like 2 hours and the next person does 2 hours, but they just like talk.
Yeah.
This is so now like imagine you're in school,
Mm-hmm.
like our high school, it was hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But there, one, you had hopefully some friends in the class. And even if you didn't, there was still like stuff going on.
Yeah.
So it's like
And it's never the teacher just talking for an hour.
No,
20
there-
minutes.
yeah.
You're doing work.
there would be always be like they do something, all right, do these 5 questions.
Yeah.
So now there is some slight practice problems, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like I know for a fact the one woman, your woman instructor, she was straight up talking for like an hour and a half with nothing. There's nothing to do. Nobody talking. There was a little like what they'll do is they have the alphabetical list of who's in the class. So then when it comes up to a question, there was at one point while she was talking, there was actually like a 5-question thing. So if your name doesn't come up in those 5, I got an S. I'm towards the end. If your name doesn't come up, you're still just sitting there.
Yeah.
And now like, yeah, I'm writing. But then it's just like, all right, we did those 5. Now she's back to talking. And I'm just like, so today, well, the other day I was put into a separate office because the room that I was in with all the computers, there was like a test that had to go on in that room.
Mhm.
They put me in a separate room, and it was just this L-shaped, desk with just a regular chair, whatever. But I just like kicked my feet up, and I was like, whatever. So I'm sitting here, and then I just kind of was just like, and like I could like hear what was going on, and then I like realized that I was sleeping, and I was just like, okay, I paid attention.
Yeah.
But that's what I would like today. I I couldn't sit in this chair anymore, so I went to a comfier chair.
Mhm.
But that was facing like my computer's here, and the comfier chair was against the wall facing that way.
Yeah.
But I was like, so I was facing this way, and I was like, oh, I could still see the thing. And then I'm just like, and then I realized that I was sleeping. I was like, oh my god, I don't even know what's going on. It's like this
Don't know how much of the class I've missed.
the whole time, like these past 4 days, I have always fallen asleep. I keep
Yeah.
falling asleep. Now, no, it's nothing crazy. Like it's just
You dozing.
yeah, I'm just dozing off. But I'm like, I don't know what you've said.
Yeah.
Like I
I don't know
that you're
what I
talking.
missed.
I know that you're talking, but I hear nothing. So then when it comes to when it comes to the problems in the book,
Yeah.
I literally the good thing the answers are in there.
Yeah.
Like the straight up answer key. Because I'm just like,
You're like, oh, I knew that.
I'm like, yeah, okay, it's whatever. So then we took a practice test today, 50 questions.
Mhm.
Pretty sure. So here's what I did. I went through the whole thing, skipped what I didn't know.
Okay.
Did what I was like, yeah, that's right. So and since like I was writing down on this page, and the answer key was I didn't want to have to keep flipping back and forth. So I wrote on a separate piece of paper my answers, and I would just write down like A, it was multiple choice, luckily. So I'd write down like A and then 2A, and then I would just 3, okay, I don't know this one, skip it. And so then after I was all done, went to the answer key, and I was like, I just put a star next to it if I had it right. If I didn't have it right, I would cross out my answer and then move on to the next one, next one, next one. And went through the whole thing, skipped the ones that I didn't know, and then I went back to the beginning.
Mhm.
Went through them all. I was like, all right, I got number 1 wrong. I'm pretty sure only got like, and I skipped, I don't know how many I skipped, but for the first time through, I think got like 23 right. So then when
That's half.
so then when I did all the all the ones that I skipped too, if I got it right, I I wrote the answer down, and then I checked, and I got it right, I put a star. If I wrote it down. If I got it wrong, then obviously I would see that I got it wrong. So I crossed it out, put the correct answer, and then circled that question to know that like, okay, I don't know what the fuck this is. So I have to look back in the book, whatever. So at the end of it all, if I got it right, also if I got it right on the second time I was going through, so I crossed out the first answer of the one that I already answered. It's kind of hard to follow along, sorry, so sorry. But so like I went through the first time, right?
Yeah.
If I got number 1 wrong, I put a cross or an X through A.
Yeah.
And so then when I came back around, I was like, okay, I think A is C now. And then
So you wouldn't write down what the
No.
answer was.
I didn't look at it. I tried to make sure I'd stayed away from like to see what it was. I know I wouldn't remember it, but like, so then I look, I'm like, no, A is C, I think now. So I put C, and if I got it right, then I put a star.
Okay.
If then I got it wrong, then I would put the circle around the thing.
Yeah,
So I
because
was
you're like,
okay.
clearly I don't know what the fuck I'm
Yeah,
doing.
clearly I don't know what the fuck this is. So after all that, I had like I don't know how many I got right, but it was 75%
Not bad.
correct. And I was like, okay. But on a real test, I really probably only got like 30 right.
Are they gonna test you at the end?
There's another practice test.
If they're doing practice tests, why is there a real test?
Well, because the real test, it's
doing the fucking job.
I think I think the reason, and I don't know if they're actually smart in thinking this, that it's super hard to just sit on a Zoom call for 8 hours, 40 hours in this week, or 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and try and know all this stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas if you went to Oklahoma, where you would normally have to go, it was like a 2-week thing, and you're
Interacting.
you're interacting with people. So I'm guessing they're just like, hey, we're just gonna do practice tests. 2 of them. We did one today, and then we do one tomorrow. And
Well, tomorrow's the last day, right?
tomorrow's the last day, yeah. So I assume it's practice tests. I'm pretty sure he said, yeah, we're not taking actual tests, it's just gonna be 2 practice tests. And so it's like, it's kind of one of those things. It's like you're only hurting yourself if you look at the answers, you know. Which
I would have been.
because he was like, it's not an open book test either. And in my head, I was like, the fuck are you gonna know if I'm
Yeah, like you can see me right now, bitch. Open book test my ass.
Well, I didn't use my book once.
Okay.
I literally, and I didn't look at the answers once because I was like, okay, I want to see what
What you know.
let me see with how much I slept in this class,
Yeah.
how much I actually know. Which I
You're
think
like, we
is-
talked about this?
so like I think, like I said, I think it was like maybe 20 to 23. I know at one point I checked and I had 26 stars, but I didn't look to see what had been like I skipped this question
Mhm.
and then I got it right or something
Right.
like that. Which obviously is still correct because I didn't do it in the first place.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna, and then they're just like, oh yeah, you go, so you're doing this, and then you gotta memorize all this fucking shit.
Yeah, so
And-
what happens after tomorrow?
Now I got 40 hours of on the job training,
Uh,
and I'm really hoping I'm not gonna have to know a bunch of this shit.
you're
because-
probably not. If they're
because-
giving you 40 hours of training, you don't have to know shit.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, because there's like, and I'll tell that story quickly because we gotta probably get going soon. So there's like two positions or three positions in like the place I'm going. There's like the clerk,
Okay.
who's like the cashier per se.
Yeah.
Then I think I could be wrong. It's bulk mail tech and bulk mail clerk. They could be the exact same thing,
Okay.
and I could just be thinking that there's two things. But basically, they're the people who like, the mailer comes in and then they want, I'm gonna mail this and it's gonna be this much and blah blah blah. And then there's what I'm doing, mailing requirements, which I've been told that I just I just talk to people all day on the phone.
Sounds so nice.
So like I'm just like wondering, it's like, so am I just gonna be like, yo, you don't have money in your account, put some money in there, or we're not gonna release your mail.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I think I can work like the window, but I'm gonna try my hardest not to.
Yeah, no,
If
you're
that's
like,
the
that's
case,
not my job.
if
Sorry.
that's the case, I'll be like, I don't know.
Mailing requirements.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's like someone's got a question, maybe I answer the phone,
Yeah.
but I have no idea. Nobody's told me except for like
Like, hey, can I mail
people-
this $100 bill? And you go, no.
Yeah, no, you can't. People have told me so many times that it's just like, easy job. That's a retirement job, bro. Easy. You're just gonna be on the phone all day. I'm like, yeah.
Sounds like it fucking sucks sometimes.
It's gonna suck because it's gonna be so slow.
Yeah.
Like I literally just sit there, watch. When I was falling asleep in the office the other day, there's a clock in there, and while I was sleeping, somehow my ear just honed in on the, and I was like, what is that? And then I just look at the clock and it's just, I'm like, Jesus Christ, and I just start watching. I'm like,
Time goes so slow.
this fucking sucks.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I can't believe how boring this is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, I can't believe it, but there's so much information. I'm like, who the fuck knows
It's the
this?
post office. Like, how much is there really to do?
There's a lot of shit and these people that are the instructors.
Yeah, they pick the worst kind of people.
Well, that too, because this one, I was telling them at the Halloween party. Fucking the woman, all of a sudden she just goes like, oh well, I only tried to kill my brother once, and that was when I was trying to get my learner's permit or something like that. So obviously she was trying.
Yeah.
She was driving. She
Yeah.
wasn't a good driver. But like, it's just like weird. They like go off on these like little
Tangents.
stupid things. She's like, oh well, I mean, I had to cancel a doctor's appointment. This is like the third time the doctor is like, I'm like, can you stop?
Can you teach the class? We'd be
Fuck.
done in 6 hours if you wouldn't stop fucking
Like-
talking.
The dude is kind of funny because like he'll toss in like little like the one thing, it's like you can't have a piece of mail that's thicker than 0.007 inches.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, 007, you can't have it thicker than James Bond, something like that. And I'm just like, He brought up something else. Like he tossed it in like movie things or like
Yeah.
whatever. But like she just starts talking about random shit, and I'm just like, what? Shut up.
How did we get here?
As soon as you start doing that, now I'm just completely checked out.
Yeah.
I'm just like, here we go again. Fucking old bitch.
Oh God. All right, should we?
Great class, by the way. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
No offense to you people, but you just bore me to death.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of their job.
That every time they're done talking to, they're just like, all right, now that we put you all to sleep,
You're like, what?
I'm like, yeah. I looked at the guy who I'm taking the class with. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. All right, what was today? Third? Go three. What famous athlete starred in the film Dirty Dozen? I almost said Dirty Dancing, but what?
Sorry, Tyler,
What?
just FaceTime me.
He texted me. You ever heard of Dirty Dozen?
No.
Yeah, I'm skipping that question. That is very time to me.
Fucking God damn it. Just texted him recording. Hold on.
What is the name of the sarcastic housekeeper in Two and a Half Men?
I have no idea.
I do.
You do? What is it?
Bird.
Berta?
Uh-huh.
So are we doing that one then?
Well, it is. I did just refresh the page and it was number 3, so I'm gonna take that
I
one.
don't remember picking number 3.
It's the third, so I picked number 3.
All right, whatever. It's fine. I won last week, so you can take the
Berta.
first point.
I almost said Bertha. You know what type of cloud can form a tornado?
Cumulonimbus.
Science.
All right, Dave, 2 points.
Well,
Start strong.
underscore David Sharkey underscore is my Instagram. You can follow me there if you feel like it. And my eat of the week. Let's see. We recorded last week. I mean, I'll go with Moe's. It was a good burrito, but
Small,
it
but
was
good.
just small. So yeah.
You can follow me on my photography Instagram, Sharky_photography. My regular Instagram is Secret Agent Sharky, and my YouTube channel is Joe Sharky.
Hey Moe's.
Oh yeah. Damn, they're hearing you.
Yeah.
My eat of the week. There's this pizza place across the street from me now called Slitters. 2 D's, not Slitters.
Oh.
I don't think it's Sliders because there's 2 D's. So it has to
Right,
be Slitters. And it's pretty good pizza. We got that on Halloween because we had some friends over, and they got good garlic knots too.
I love garlic knots,
Yeah,
bro.
they got some decent garlic knots. So we got some pizza. Didn't get garlic knots this time. We did get last time though. And then some Barks root
That
beer.
shit will clog your arteries.
Garlic nuts?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And it's a good way to go too.
Oh man.
They were delicious. So I'll go with that pizza. It was very good. Although I'm sure I had something else better to eat. Oh well. As for the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSG Pod. That is CSGPOD. You can follow us on TikTok at the Shuffle Podcast. I want to give a shout out to everybody who watched not the most recent TikTok because I just uploaded one today. The second most recent TikTok about Gumby. Dave saying that he looked like Gumbo. 223 likes, only 800 views. So most people that saw it liked the video. Not most, sorry.
No, quarter.
A quarter of people that saw it liked the video. So shout out to you 223 people that liked that and 2 people that commented on it. One of them saying "Go Bills," so go Bills. Yeah, that's the Shuffle Podcast on TikTok. That's where we post our clips, of course, and then you can subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, all at the Shuffle Podcast. YouTube came out with new handles recently, so instead of just like searching the name. If you search at the Shuffle Podcast, we automatically come up now. Whereas before there was another Shuffle Podcast about dancing.
Yeah.
They came up for us. But now if you search at the Shuffle Podcast or you type in youtube.com/at the Shuffle Podcast, you'll get to us as opposed to the Shuffle Podcast, the dancing one. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.